Hey guys, good morning. This morning we are talking mittens. Yes, mitten design. Now, these mittens that I've been making over and over and over again, I'm sick of doing them. I really am sick of making them. Because, one, they're knit flat, and then you have to sew them together on the sides. I have a hard time seeing where that needle's, where that stitch is supposed to be, especially the way that these are done. You can't really see that stitch really well when you're going to sew them up. And so, anyway, I decided, let's pull out the dpns. So, this is made with number 8 straights. And so I grabbed my number 8 dpns. These are the clover bamboo 5-inch. Oh, man. I have arthritis. And I have a little bit of dexterity problems because of having had a stroke. 5-inch dpns in making these are actually the best size. The only problem is holding on to them. And every time, literally, oh gosh, at the end of every freaking row, I was dropping the needle. So, every single time, not the ones that the working needle. So anyway, that was such a pain in the butt. But anywho, I decided, rather than use the flat pattern, and rather than use the dpns to try to recreate the flat pattern, that I would do something totally different. And I did. I sat down. I opened off this spreadsheet. And I pulled out Teach Yourself Visually Knitting Design, which is, if you don't know, it is a book full of master patterns. And the intent is for you to take those master patterns along with the various stitch patterns and any other stitch pattern that you can find, like from a stitch dictionary, like this one, and go through and do whatever you can with them. Tweak the patterns, whatever you want. That's what master patterns are for. They're for you to, a faster way for you to just get to the point, design, and get on with it. It sounds so easy, doesn't it? I got a master pattern. Yeah, this is going to be easy. No, there's a thing called Murphy's Law, and Murphy hates me. So, what I did was I went through, I didn't like any of the fingerless mitt patterns in the book. And I just, no, didn't like them at all. Because they didn't go along with the style that I wanted. I wanted this style, and I'll show you. Because this is how it looks when it goes on. And I love that. I love the way it fits. I love the way it looks. I just don't like knitting in the flat for mittens. So this was it. And I liked this. I liked it a lot. And so I thought, well, I'm going to use the same idea for whatever I make. So I went through, but see here how this isn't basically with all the patterns in that book, it's the same stitch going all the way up, except when it comes to mittens. And then they change it. Tiger, please don't be a butthole. Thank you. He wants to go in and pee behind my hot water tank. The only way to clean up behind the hot water tank is you have to pull the toilet, drain the hot water tank, and pull the hot water tank. Not worth it. Okay, so anyway, with mine, I like having the cuff be different than the body of it. Like in this case, I don't know if you can see it or not because of the way I've got the lighting today. But here I've got a 2x2 rib, and then I have stockinette stitch, and then I have about a 1/2 inch or so of a 2x2 rib up at the top again. So there, I tell you, that cat, he's at it again this morning. You better not spray the kitchen again. I swear you're going outside. So I went through and I picked out which ribbings I liked out of their mittens section. And I photocopied that and put it inside of my designer notebook, which is fantastic because now I can go through so much easier when I'm designing rather than having to run to my book. I've got the things that I like the most right here. And the other thing I put in, brace yourself, wait for it, buttonhole. How to do a buttonhole, a horizontal buttonhole. I can't say I like the horizontal buttonhole, but I made a buttonhole for the first time yesterday. Now, I read the instructions, and I wasn't really sure what she was really talking about in the instructions, even though afterwards I realized it's plain as day what she's saying. But I had to go on YouTube. I found a video, how to make a horizontal buttonhole, and I found a video that had over 1 million views. Over 1 million views on making a horizontal buttonhole. I felt so thrilled that I wasn't the only one having that kind of problem. So, but I know why she had over 1 million views. I mean, I watched a number of them afterwards just for the heck of it. But, I mean, she seriously had the best start. I thought when I hit my table, my coffee cup started doing the tsunami. Okay. Anyway. So, where was I? Buttonholes. Right, buttonholes. All right, so I took notes in the margins of what I learned from her because I wanted to remember those key points that she was talking about. So now I've got those in my design journal. And I mean, it was just, at that point, it was a successful day. Despite the fact I walked away with no mitten whatsoever, doesn't matter. I've improved my design journal, and I learned something about it because I thought, okay, on these, I went a 1/2 inch up and added the buttonhole, which is not a horizontal buttonhole. It's, it's vertical. And look how it fits. It's just straight across. It works perfect at a 1/2 inch up. Did not work doing a horizontal buttonhole, and I thought it would have. So working in the round and trying to use as much of this pattern as I could, impossible to do. So I learned that lesson on it, which was great, as long as you're learning something and you know what to never try again. So today I'm going to do it again, but this time I think I am going to end up stuck with one of their styles about how they went up the palm, how they went up before they ever got to this place on the thumb, because I just can't figure it otherwise. And I noticed yesterday, I mean, I did the buttonhole right, but I didn't like the way it felt. And I may end up trying to do a horizontal buttonhole. I don't really want to. I don't even know if you can. But I like the way this one feels better. My thumb doesn't feel so trapped, in the horizontal or in the vertical. So I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. But at least if you're doing the 1-row horizontal buttonhole, I mean, you can still be working in collar work and it's not going to mess up your pattern. That's the nice thing about it. But anyway, so that's what I did yesterday, and I had some other problems with the pattern, and part of it was because, like we all know with yarn, whether it's Red Heart or anybody, even if it's number 4 worsted, they do tend to be different. Well, in this case, the white and the green were similar, and the gold wasn't. So when I went to crochet or knit with the gold into this, it's so, I don't know what's it, that row of gold almost completely disappeared. And the yarn came out so thin in the stitch that when you put it on, you could see your wrist still. So off to Hobby Lobby today and see if I can find some decent gold yarn that matches these two. So that's it for today. Hope you guys have fun. I'm going to be working on mittens. And we'll catch you guys later. Have a great, great day.